Look at these views. Good morning from Italy and the Dolomites again. I didn't even know this view was behind me until I turned on the camera. Today, we're going to be hiking Sass Rigais. Sass Rigais should be about a 6 mile-ish trip. We are at the Col Razier gondola in it right now, obviously, and working our way up to the top part. The Seneca Ridge, a very popular hike, starts here as well. The gondola opens at 8:30 a.m. during the summer, so we are a little bit later of a start, but it should be an awesome day. There'll be some Via Ferrata mixed in, and essentially this is the highest peak of this little area here. Our objective for the day is right in front of you. It's going to be this guy here. Once you get off the gondola, your next direction for the approach is for Sass Rigais. Rigais is to head right towards the Florence hut, and that's trail number 4. Right as you get to the hut here, you're gonna take trail number 13. There's an intersection just a few feet back. You want to bypass that. It's okay. This trail junction right here, follow the sign for Sass Rigais. Every little nook and cranny of the Dolomites we've seen so far have just been jaw-droppingly beautiful. So I believe this is where we're going, basically up one way, down the other, or vice versa, or whatever you want. Just about 2 miles into the hike, you have this intersection. So you have a choice to make. You can go left, which will bring you up the South Ferrata to the top first, or you can go right up this valley and then do the east Via Ferrata first. Because there's so many people going right and we don't want to play the we're going opposite direction game, we're just going to go right here. Based on my limited experience in the Dolomites, the approach here up Sass Rigais is very common. Essentially, you are just working up a gully to get to the base of the Via Ferrata and then taking that to the summit. On the way down, a very similar situation, but even with the help of the gondola to get up here, these climbs up into these access points to a lot of the Via Ferratas, it's very steep. Into the upper gully here. Rather large approach, but really beautiful. Looking back to the quite steep approach, almost to the first saddle here, right here, and I believe you go a little bit up, and the Via Ferrata starts there. All right, top of the first saddle here. You can see the next part in front of you. So basically, you're gonna go here, there, and then where those people are, up to the top, which is in a cloud at the moment. Via Ferrata gear on. I've linked what we have in the description below. Today we're following the red dots, so that'll be your guidance up and down the mountain today. First bit here is some scrambling. Actually on the Via Ferrata portion here. Weather is not going to be our friend today, so back where we just kind of got into gear is a good place to check out how the clouds look. You're going to have a lot of exposed climbing from here to the top in terms of weather, so obviously make good decisions there. With the first section done, you have a down climb through this notch, and then the second one starts all the way up. Follow people kind of up to the top, which is out of view there. It's hard to tell because of the lighting, but there's little iron handholds in the rock that Jackie's gripping on right now. So you really have kind of a ladder system with the steel cable, and then after that you can see quite literally a ladder system. So this is a little tricky move here. You have to down climb to this, stick your leg across, and then go over. Jackie didn't have any problem with it, so it could work. Just like that? Yeah. How about a move?
It seems scarier than it is.
Yeah, it's just like a nice morning stretch. So looking back all the way to where we started, you kind of see people right there, and look at these views, man. All the way up to the top, which I believe is right there. Looking back to, I think, one of the last sections of Via Ferrata, and then you got some nice scrambles to the top. Right there you can see the cross. Top of Sass Rigais here, and we're about 3.5 miles in, 3,000 feet of gain. Really fun north or east side Via Ferrata. Look at your first section for the descent, And eventually you're gonna end up kind of in there, out, and then back to wherever you want to go. Oh, this is an interesting move.
What I'm feeling a little sad about is that every time you go on a trip, there's this.
The rock here is really solid, besides like some of the loose stuff, like the little in between, but for the most part it's... Oh, I thought you said thank you.
There you go. Oh, and sharks too.
Yeah. Because we're doing a lot of like pretty high class 4, maybe class 5 down climbing, which makes it a lot more interesting than just walking down a path. Big maroon bells vibes here with the kind of like crumbly rock, and you can see Jackie down climbing. Definitely, I would say this section or this route up definitely more steep maybe. I think there's a lot more via ferrata here too. Jackie just said the top was worth it, but I agree with her sentiment, which is that this is a much nastier descent than the other side, which is more or less just the switchbacks on gravel. This is like, for all you Colorado people, a maroon bells, loose everything, sufferfest type 2 kind of thing. So yeah, definitely expect a good amount of time to get down this and be really careful, because all the via ferrata's gone now, and you can see kind of the loose, steep kind of terrain we're in right now. No, culturally we're all different, but it's kind of been disgusting how much toilet paper I've seen today. It seems like, I don't know, I'm not going to pinpoint any specific nationality, but we need to do better about trash management in the mountains here, because it's just nasty. There's a banana on top, there's been toilet paper all over the place. I mean, come on now. We all know how to pack out what we bring in. Jackie's down climbing what I think is the hardest non-via ferrata down climb we've had so far. It's a good class 4 down climb of about 20 feet or so, 30 feet maybe. Here's a good look back up to the top. That is not the true summit there, but you get an idea of what kind of stuff we've been in. Just when you think you're done, there's one more section of via ferrata here, and then that'll get you all the way down to the pass trail, and that will take you all the way out. a look at that last rugged section of Via Ferrata. Down you go, and then you're gonna just connect back to the trail you started on. Wow, so with these views right behind you here, this is pretty much the end of your loop. Now, obviously, if you started at the gondola, head back that way. Overall, A+ mountain, Sass Rigais. Really good stuff. Fun Via Ferrata. I would say the south side, the one that we descended, is definitely not as fun because of the trail conditions than the east side. Having said that, the east side is a slog to get up there, so pick your poison either way. We're gonna head down and hopefully grab a beer before we head out. After all your hard work, get yourself a beer, or in Jackie's case, hot chocolate and cake, to end your hike and look at these views even when you're eating here. Unreal. Back at the gondola now, the Col Razier, and I mean, look at these views up here. It is unbelievable. So that's gonna wrap up the hike guide here of Sass Rigais. And so just about 7 miles and 3,000 feet of gain. An unbelievably good day. Definitely recommend it. For a full trail guide of this hike, which is free, you can check the link in the description below, which goes to my website. To help support the channel through shopping gear and all that fun stuff, you can check that out on my store. I'm based in Colorado, but obviously do hikes all over the world, so hit the playlist, check out my channel for wherever you want to go. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.